I love finding new tech products, especially ones that solve problems that I never would have expected an electronic to be able to solve. And I found that Kickstarter is a great place to find new tech devices that have never been seen before. So after doing a lot of researching, let me show you some of my top picks for the coolest tech to check out at the end of 2022 and going into 2023. Number 1, Wonder Fitter. Firstly, check out this tech-filled virtual archery device. It uses a real full-size recurve bow and a dry firing arrow to give you a virtual but lifelike archery experience. With no VR headset required, this device combines things like exercise, gaming, and even social interaction using the competitive game modes. And when I say this thing is tech-filled, I am not exaggerating. It has all sorts of built-in, highly precise sensors like a gyroscope, a magnetometer, and an accelerometer. All of those sensors work together in real time to track the position of the bow relative to their virtual target, which means that every shot is going to be precise and accurate to where you fired it. And another great feature of this one is that it accommodates people of any age or any skill level. Now, for beginners that are just getting into archery, this is a great way to learn the form, the technique, and the discipline needed to accurately fire a bow and arrow. And for experts or people that are already experienced in archery, this is a great way to work on the muscle tone and muscle memory that you need to use the perfect body form every time that you shoot. This device can be used by kids too, which is a great way for them to hone in on their focus and the self-discipline needed to do archery as they learn the basics. The included software that comes with this device has all sorts of different game modes and options for you and your family to explore. So all in all, if you're anything like me and you enjoy things like Wii Sports Archery, this would be a great way to step up your game into the next level and into the real world. Number 2, LaserPecker 4. Next up is the newest evolution of an already very well-rated and high-tech laser engraver. LaserPecker's previous models already disrupted the market by offering a compact, smart, and easy way to laser etch custom designs onto all sorts of different surfaces. This company has spent the past 2 years researching, developing, and responding to all the feedback they got from over 100,000 users. So this latest and greatest version of the LaserPecker has all sorts of new features, including a larger engraving area, faster engraving speed, dual lasers, a new easy-to-use AI, and a new attachment that gives you the ability to use this engraver on irregular surfaces or cylinders. That means that you can simply swipe on the screen to switch between the two different lasers. The diode laser is the one that offers high-speed laser engraving and cutting, while the pulsed fiber laser is going to give you a slower speed, but also a much higher resolution 8K engraving option. And with the new rotary extension, you can also go far beyond engraving on just flat surfaces. This attachment will hold an object and automatically spin it, so now you can start engraving on the inside or outside of things like rings, bottles, glasses, or more. And using that new larger engraving surface, you are also going to have the ability to mass produce items easier. This is great for small business owners because you can put multiple objects on the same go and have them all engrave at the same time to maximize your efficiency. And lastly, like I said, this doesn't just engrave, it is also a laser cutter, and this newest iteration has improved on the laser cutting. It can now go up to 8 millimeters in depth and run at the same time as an engraving. So with one push of a button, you can now engrave and cut on the same object. There are honestly a lot more great features and points to this one that I'm just not able to get to this video. This is really the top of the line way to do laser engraving and cutting, especially because it works on really almost any surface that you can imagine. Number 3, Checkmate Retro Monitor. Don't get me wrong, I love modern tech. I'm all about the simple, slim designs, no bevels, flat screens, and LED lighting. But there's just something so charming about retro tech devices, right? This Checkmate IPS monitor combines the best of both worlds when it comes to retro versus modern. Their motto for this device is yesterday's technology tomorrow, and they give you the perfect way to build your own future-proof display using their modular system. That means that you can cater your display to your exact needs and add any of the retro or modern day ports, including HDMI, RGB, composite, SCART, S-Video, RF, or really any other port you might be able to imagine. It's extremely customizable in other areas too. You can choose the refresh rate of the display between 15 kHz, 50 Hz or 60 Hz, and you can also choose your own aspect ratio between the options of 5:4 or 4:3. And as I mentioned, this is an IPS monitor, which means that this is generally accepted to be one of the best options available in the market, even for gamers and professionals. IPS stands for in-plane switching, which basically just means that there are liquid crystals built into the display that produce a much more rich and vibrant color than other monitors are able to do. The reason that IPS monitors are a great choice for professionals like graphic designers, photographers, or video editors is because IPS monitors offer an ultra-wide 178-degree viewing angle, and with more displayable colors, that means that the color accuracy will be better. Now, in previous years, one of the main concerns that gamers had about IPS monitors was latency, or lagginess. But modern tech has allowed IPS monitors to evolve to the point where they can satisfy even most gamers. And although they may be a tad bit slower than VA panels, IPS is still going to be the best choice for gamers who value taking in the visuals and the graphics of their games more than they value having the highest speed. Now, for my last point on this one, monitors in general aren't really known for having good speakers, but that is another way that this Checkmate display is changing the norms. It maximizes its audio performance and outputs great sound using the built-in sound absorption foam and the German-designed 3-inch speakers. That means that the speakers on this one can and will outperform the sound of other monitors out there. All in all, this is a great looking monitor panel with great audio, a lot of functionality, and a very charming retro look. And since it is modular, you're not going to have any issues connecting with any of your systems from the past, present, or future. Number 4, Nitetronic Z6. Did you know that humans spend a third of their lives just sleeping? I didn't. But if you frame it that way, it really does put into perspective just how important sleep is in our lives. Now, unfortunately, some people do suffer from sleeping problems like snoring that interfere with them getting a good night's rest and feeling well rested every day. This Nitetronic Z6 is the latest and greatest iteration of a smart pillow designed to stop you from snoring, making adjustments to the position of your head in real time as you sleep. It's crazy how far tech has come to be able to do this. Now, on their page, they estimate that 25% of all people snore on a regular basis. And yes, there already are known solutions for things like snoring or sleep apnea, but the great thing about this one is that it's non-invasive. That means that you or your loved one isn't going to have to wear mouth tape every night or put on a CPAP mask that leaves tubes on your face all night. This Kickstarter cites a lot of studies that have proven that the simplest remedy to snoring is simply turning the snoring person's head to the side. The reason that's such an easy fix is because once their head is turned, there's less compression on the airway, which in turn stops snoring. This pillow is AI powered too, and it's just amazing to me how it works. If you look past its comfortable cotton pillowcase and those memory foam layers, what you'll find on the inside of this pillow is 6 air chambers and a head position sensor. So, when the AI detects that you're snoring, it will detect the position of your head on the pillow and then inflate the appropriate air chamber that will in turn make your head turn to one side. This results in a clearer airway, which means your snoring will stop. And this pillow sits on standby all night long, making adjustments in real time so you can sleep well through the whole night. The Nitetronic Smart app also keeps track of your snoring and sleeping habits and then offers you a customized sleeping solution so that it can help you in the best way it can. And lastly, this is the one and only anti-snoring pillow on the market that's backed by scientific studies, which have proven its effectiveness. I never thought that we would live in a world where you'd be able to go out and buy a pillow that plugs into an outlet every night. But this does really seem like a good solution for people who snore because it'll allow them and their loved ones to sleep well through the whole night. Number 5, WOOKLE. I think I said that right. The last product on this list is a perfect solution for people who travel a lot. The WOOKLE is a smart AI-powered translation device that can translate 127 different languages for you in real time, all while being only the size of a finger. And there's no need to sit around waiting for this device either. It can literally translate conversations as they happen in real time. And using the app, you can also use the text-to-speech feature so you can simply type out a message instead of trying to pronounce something. Or even have it translate directly from a photo that you took so you can read things like menus or street signs that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to. The WOOKLE has 97% accuracy too, so you can rest assured knowing that it's giving you accurate information. It really surprises me how fast it is, especially being that it's so compact. Weighing in at only 17 grams, this device gives you a near instant response within half a second. And the AI voice chip also uses active noise reduction, so even if you're in a place where it's noisy, it will still be able to hear and help you. You can really tell that a lot of time and thought went into this one, which makes sense because it's been in development for the past 5 years. My favorite feature has to be this, offline use. That means that you can download language packs in advance, so you'll never be reliant on a wireless carrier or an internet connection for this device to work. And when it's not in use translating, you can also use it as a microphone or speaker setup to make or take phone calls. This little device, in my opinion, should give you all the confidence that you need to go out and live your best life when traveling, without ever having to worry about running into a language barrier. What are your thoughts on these Kickstarter tech finds? Are there any that you think you would pledge to or invest in? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I would personally love to try out the Wonder Fitter to check out archery in a virtual environment, and the LaserPecker seems like a great choice for people who love arts and crafts or home improvement projects like I do. And to be honest with you, I found a lot more tech on Kickstarter that I just wasn't able to fit into this video. So I'd be on the lookout in the next few weeks for another part to this series if you're interested. Thank you for watching this video. I would appreciate if you left a like, and if you are interested in more content like this in the future, make sure to subscribe as I post every week. I'll see you in the next one.